Hello, welcome in everybody. Thanks for joining me today. I have some breaking news. I know that all of you have been following the Spencer and Monique Tepe case, and I want to bring the latest information to you. Welcome in everyone. If you can hear me loud and clear, please put a 1 in the chat. Thank you for being here. Hello, hello. Extra. Yes, we will get into that. Hi, Blue Jay, Leanne. Yes, same here. I am too. Hi, Jen. Good to see you. We are in horizontal, right? I am on the phone and can't tell. It looks like there's a little phone icon next to your name. Hello. Good to see all of you. Susan, hello. Josie, hello. Good to see all of you. Just me, hello. Kim, hello. Pam, hello. Good to see everyone. This is kind of like a spur of the moment. So it looks like a lot of you are in, hi, let's keeping it real. It looks like a lot of you are in the phone live stream. I'm going to go ahead and get right into this case. So I uploaded a short video earlier with Mr. Michael McKee in front of the judge. We'll play that in just a moment. I want to kind of just go over a quick rundown with this. So the case background, right? The incident, Dr. Spencer Tepe and Monique Tepe, in the photo here that I'm showing you, were found fatally shot in their Columbus residence on December 30th, which was the day before New Year's Eve. After a wellness check, the two children were found unharmed inside the home. Now, I just want to say something real quick. I heard some information that, well, he locked them inside their door or locked them inside their room and he gave them food. Those were all just rumors. So we don't know that to be a fact. Uh, you know, if he was so worried about the children, he would have never hurt their parents. And also, who, if it wasn't for Spencer's colleagues and friends there, what if someone didn't check on them for days, right? What if someone didn't check on them for days? The kids would have been inside there with no parents. That would have been really bad. So thank God for the colleagues for acting so quickly, right? Thank God for them. Hi, welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being here. I appreciate all of you. So I want to go over this case. Let me just give you a short background update. It goes on to say the investigation, McKee was identified as a suspect after the surveillance footage linked a vehicle to his Illinois home. So that vehicle that was in fact spotted around the corner was his actual vehicle. It was not a rental vehicle. The relation to the victim. So Michael McKee is in fact Monique Tempe's ex-husband, whom she divorced in 2017 and did not have any children with this man. She had no children with him. So I know there was also rumors about what if he thought the 4-year-old was his? No. So they did get married in 2015 and they shortly separated after that. I believe it was like 6 to 7 months off the top of my head. But it took like a couple years for them to get divorced. I believe maybe there were some issues there. Maybe he didn't want to divorce her and she was having problems getting him to sign. I don't know that part. But I do have their divorce decrees that we can go over all that stuff. It goes on to say on January 12th, which is today, Michael David McKee, 39-year-old vascular surgeon, appeared in an Illinois court following his arrest for the double murder of Ohio dentist Dr. Spencer Tepe and his wife Monique. The updated charges and legal status of as of today, the legal proceedings against McKee have seen the following developments. He has upgraded charges now, you guys. Originally charged with 2 counts of murder, the charges in Franklin County Municipal Court have been upgraded today to 2 counts of premeditated aggravated murder. His extradited waived. So during this hearing in Winnebago County, Illinois, McKee waived his right to an extradition hearing, right? upcoming transfer. He is expected to be transferred back to Columbus, Ohio later this week to face the upgraded charges, you guys. So there you go, right there. Potential penalties. If convicted of aggravated murder in Ohio, McKee faces penalties ranging from life in prison without parole to the death penalty, right? There was also a statement from the Tepe family. In response to the recent arrest and proceedings, the Tepe family released the following statement. In the statement, the Tepe family expressed gratitude to the law enforcement for the arrest and acknowledging it as a significant step towards justice, while emphasizing that nothing can compensate for the loss of Monique and Spencer. They also mentioned that Monique and Spencer remain central to their hearts and that they are focused on protecting the couple's two young children. Ah, it's such a travesty. It really is. Now, the brother-in-law, he had come out and was a voice for them. And it's so sad. And he said, I met some really good long-term friends with the both of them. They were so caring and just wonderful people all around. So, and they were so in love, they were so in love. All right, let's get into the deets, you guys. How is everybody doing today? Hi, Miss Grace. Good to see you. Wait, good to see you. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff that I have to show you guys. Give me a second. I'm pulling up everything. I want to go over this is the newest information, and I have the video for you. Is everybody having a good day? All right, let's see here. Let me add here. Make sure you guys can see this. All right. Pull that up for you. I'm just going to go over this. Some of these articles have a lot of ads and they make me freeze up. I just want to make sure everybody can hear me loud and clear while I'll read this and we'll play the video. So this is from the Columbus Dispatch, right? They've been on it. This is one of their local news. Okay, it goes on to say Michael McKee coming back to Ohio in deaths of Monique and Spencer Tepe. This was just released at right 5 minutes till 4. And we'll go over that video in just a moment. I want to read this to you. The ex-husband of Monique Tepe, accused of killing her and her husband, Spencer Tepe, will soon be back in Ohio to face aggravated murder charges. Michael David McKee, 39, of Chicago, is being held in the Winnebago County Jail in Illinois. He is now charged with 2 counts of aggravated murder with premeditated in Franklin County Municipal Court after upgraded charges were filed by Columbus Police. McKee had initially been charged with 2 counts of murder. Here's the video. We can watch that in just a sec. McKee, a vascular surgeon, appeared in handcuffs and in a jail jumpsuit during January 12th hearing, which just happened a couple hours ago. The Dispatch sister paper, the Rockford Register-Star, reported through an attorney, McKee indicated his intent to remain silent and plead not guilty. So he's pleading the 5th. Are you kidding me? To the charges against him. Wow. McKee's attorney said, according to the Register-Star, that a doctor would waive an extradited hearing, meaning he will be brought back to Franklin County. His attorney said the transfer back to Ohio is expected to happen this week. When McKee returns to Ohio, he will be taken to the Franklin County Jail and then make an initial appearance in the Franklin County court. So there's an up close and personal photo of him. Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate it if you would hit that thumbs up for me. So those of him being married, I believe he is not married. I think there was some rumors going around. He was with somebody, but not anymore from what I understand. Oh, man. So, let's see. Let's go on to read. It goes on to say aggravated murder is a more serious charge than murder. Wow, I did not know. In Ohio, murder is punishable by 15 to life in prison. The aggravated murder charge means McKee could now face a maximum sentence of life in prison with no possibility of parole. He could also face the death penalty, although Ohio has not carried out an execution since 2018. Premeditated is one of the several aggravating circumstances that can justify an aggravated murder charge. To legally qualify, the killer must commit the murder with a prior calculation and design. What do you think about that? Now, he has not been charged as of yet. So we gotta say allegedly, even though he's in custody. What do you think about that statement? That statement right there. So to legally qualify him, right? He must have had prior calculation and design. What does that mean, you guys? That means that, yeah, premeditated. So which I think if they can definitely narrow down that he was watching their wedding video over and over and over, that he was searching their address and their names by the Google Trends, right? Then they can absolutely get him on that. Hi, Susan. Good to see you. So it's been 11 days. And it seems like the police have a lot on this man right now. Just think how much more they're going to have here and let's say before it goes to trial. Just think. He was in the era prior to the red drones. Yes. Yes. Yes, absolutely, Kim. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. He should absolutely. I agree with you guys. Okay, so these articles drive me nuts. So is this the video here? Let's see. Okay. No. Let's see where the video went here. Some of these articles, they're so. All right, where's that video? Right there. All right, let's play this. Okay. Wait for their ad to pass by here and we can pull it up. All right, come on, ad, hurry up. All
right. Taxes was so taxing.
Are we getting another ad? Goodness gracious. You know what? I have this. We'll just play this. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this one and we'll play the other one I have. Like I said, a lot of these articles have so many ads on them and they just bog down. All right, here we got this one right here. And I have the video of him in court. So let me blow that up for you so you can see. Does anybody want the closed captions on? You know, Kim, we can go over some of those theories if you want. You know, I was going over a lot of theories about how he must have got into the house, right? And I know this is stupid. Now that I've seen the whole picture, right? I'm like, well, maybe, you know, maybe he called them. And I know this is like a stupid theory. I mean, I'm just trying to think of like everything, right? Like, well, maybe he called them and said, hey, my car broke down. It's late. Can I stay at your house? I know you guys live around the corner. That's if they were on good terms, right? Even though we have the information now where it seemed like she wanted to get the hell away from Dodge, right? Away from this guy and wanted nothing to do with him. But still, I know that they've known each other for a while. You never know. You never know if he called them up and said, hey, my car broke down. I know you guys live around the corner. Can I just stay there? Who knows, right? I was at the bars, blah, 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 blah. Maybe that's how he got into the house. Now, there's been reports from the neighbors that they heard talking outside of their home as well. Did he make his way inside their home somehow? Like, was he talking to the husband? Was he talking to Spencer and then pushed his way in? I don't know. Now, if he did break in through the keypad, a lot of people, you guys, use their birthdays, use their wedding days, use their children's birthdays. They use dates that they shouldn't use, right? You should make up some type of code that just makes no sense, but only to you. That way, nobody can get into your home or phone or whatever. So this guy might have tried, like, say, their wedding day. Maybe the code to get into their home was their actual wedding date. And maybe it worked, right? Or shoot, the door could have been open on accident. Alarm could have been off and just walked right in. He also could have maybe hacked it, which, I don't know about that. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot. I don't know. What do you guys think? How do you think he got in? I want to hear from you. Put it in the chat. Let me know. I'm going to pull up this video. In the meantime, let's go over this. Let me make myself smaller here.
Into programming with a special report out of the Chicago area. Michael David McKee, the man accused of killing a couple in their Weinland Park home December 30th, was in court moments ago. Our crew at the courthouse in Rockford, Illinois, telling us McKee waived his right for an extradition hearing. Steve Levine joining us live right now. Steve?
That's right, Terry, and this hearing lasted just a few minutes, less than 5 minutes. McKee walked in wearing a jail suit. He was in shackles. He showed no emotion, and as you said, the hearing lasted just a few minutes. He waived his right for an extradition hearing. His public defender also entered a not guilty plea and said he wanted to get back to Ohio to expedite the process. Now, what happens next is there is a hearing scheduled on Monday to make sure he is transferred. But in that time, the Winnebago County Sheriff here will be working with local authorities in Franklin County, the Sheriff's Office and the Columbus Police to get McKee transferred back to Columbus and face charges there.
I want to stop it right there for a minute. So he has a public defender. He got a public defender. I'm sure he'll probably get an attorney later. Not too sure, but right now he's a public defender. Maybe the dog had a potty door. Maybe, yeah. Not sure though. I think someone gave him the code. Could have, Grace. Absolutely could have. Yes, Jen, you should absolutely change your code. I'm telling you, because so many people use their birthdays, I'm telling you, personal stuff, and God forbid someone gets your personal information and they get inside your home or car, phone, anything, right? So, and it's good to always change. It's always good to change, right? Every couple months to change those codes around. It's scary. It really is. But he has a public defender as of now. And I got the closed captions on if you need them.
Steve, any inkling as to where he has been this whole time, McKee, and where they arrested McKee the other day?
Well, they found his car in a location where he was working over the weekend as a vascular surgeon. He is here in the Winnebago Justice Center, which includes the jail. He has been here since Saturday when he was arrested. And as I said, now work is underway to get him transferred back to Ohio. All
right, Steve Levine, thanks so much. Reporting live from Rockford. Monique Tepe was married to McKee for about 2 years. They were divorced in 2017. She then married the dentist, Spencer Tepe, 4 years ago this past December. They had 2 kids, 4 and 1. Monique and Michael didn't have any kids. Court records show their split was amicable, so the motive remains a mystery. Detectives haven't wanted to say much about the case to avoid conflicts in his prosecution. Services were held for the Tepes yesterday.
Mm.
Now, here's what we do know about the case. The couple was killed December 30th. Police say it happened just before 4 a.m., and there was no sign of a break-in. Court records show video surveillance was able to find a car near the Weinland Park home around that time. That same car, as Steve just mentioned, found over the weekend in Rockford and traced back to McKee. He was then arrested Saturday. We're following and we're getting new updates on the investigation. We'll have everything we've learned tonight at 5 and 6. I'm Terry Sullivan.
So a new update comes out in about 10 minutes. So in between now and then, I want to show you some other stuff. So let me stop this for a minute here, and I'm going to take you over to just this update. And then I want to show you some stuff that one of the family and friends had said about him, which is kind of creepy. All right. So this is the first, I'm just going to relay this to you again. So local news, they said that he waived his right to extradition. There was no large presence in court. And they stated that he has a public defender representing him. Here's some close-up shots of him here. Ugh. Gosh, guys. Just wait, guys. Just wait until you get into what the friends and stuff said. So close-up shots here. There he is. He just looks like... I heard that he was actually doing surgery like a few days prior to that. You guys. Yeah, that could be. I think too many people knew the code. Absolutely. We'll see what we find out. Monster. Absolutely. Oh, will you grocery shop for me, please? I need to go grocery shopping so bad. Okay, give me a second. Let me pull up this other information. So this is from family and friends, you guys. Let me make sure this is all. So the first one is, okay, so this is a family member, right? Let's see. Oop, make it large enough so you guys can see here. I would like to ask for prayers. Can everybody see that? Make sure that let me do that here. Michael is actually a family member. My heart stopped when I read this, read about him doing this. When we were growing up, I was always amazed by his kindness and how gifted he was in sports and academics. I want to pause it there for a minute. Remember when I showed you guys, this was a few days back, when we were watching the surveillance video, and I did some coloring techniques, and I flipped the surveillance around one way and did a logo. Yeek. That one just went off. So when I had done a logo recognition software on the clothing for the guy, do you guys remember that? So there was a bird, or maybe a logo of some sort. Hi, Jamie. Good to see you. I would like to say to whoever gifted me a membership a few days ago, I just seen the notes. Oh, well, congratulations. I did some gifteds. I know Robin. I know a few people did. Congratulations. Yeah. He cut a nerve. I later found out he was going through. Oh, goodness gracious. That's scary, Grace. So I did the logo recognition software on the surveillance footage, and it had pulled up like a bird or something like that. I'll show you guys again here in a little bit. And I wonder if he was wearing something from Ohio State, maybe underneath the jacket, or something was hanging off of his jacket from that. Because if you look up, there's they have what is it, a nut, for Ohio State logo. Gosh, I cannot think of it at the top of my head. And then they had a bird logo too somewhere in there. Thank you. Thank you. It was totally by luck, Jen. Like, seriously, it was totally by luck that I got that, because I had to stop the frame at the right time and do the logo recognition or picture recognition thing at the right time. And I can't believe I caught that. I tried to recreate it. I was like, where did I? But I got frustrated. I was like, I'm not gonna go back frame through frame. But yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was like, so I wonder maybe it was something for his work or something. I'm still in the process of looking that up. So this is definitely a family member who is saying that they were always so amazed by his kindness and how gifted he was in sports and academics. This is totally out of character for him. All parties definitely need our prayers. Such a sad situation. It makes me sad to think of what kind of headspace he was in if he did this. Headspace he was in? Really? Wow. I don't think he's thinking at all, other than vengefulness. Like, you know what I mean? My heart goes out to him. It is definitely a dark world out there right now, and one of us could be victim to the dark side. So please stick close to God and a few people you can trust. Keep moving towards the light. So strange. So, hold on one second. So this is the same person, right? This is kind of creepy. So this is just really creepy. She writes, or excuse me, Jonathan writes, he threatened her life while they were married, put a pillow. This is just all allegedly, right? Even though they say they're a family member, I'm just saying allegedly. I'm just saying allegedly, right? Because they wrote out on Facebook. This is what they are telling. He threatened her life while they were married, put a pillow over her face while she was asleep, told her if she ever left him, he would unalive her. She told her friends if anything ever happened to her, if she was ever unalive, to tell the police to look at her ex. So prayers for the victims. That's crazy, right? Exactly, Magdalena. Exactly. Then they go on to say, the family said, their showings were also today, so really feels in poor taste to be asking for prayers for the person who took the lives of two innocent parents. Your cousin is a narcissist, psychopath who left two babies parentless. Wow. That's really sad. All right, let's see here. Now, this is okay. I want to go through this real quick too, if I can pull it up. More information about Dr. Michael McKee is coming out. This information was shared by my friend, True Crime Mama, here on Facebook. So this is a person that worked with him, right? Worked with Michael. And he also said that when he will have enough money, he will move next to her. Ew, that is, Jesus, man. Which I believe it to be true, but we got to say allegedly right now until the police come out and say all this. But I mean, you have coworkers and family and stuff saying this, but still, man, I would have, I mean, I guess maybe they felt safe because they were in a different state. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I would have made sure my house was booby trapped and stuff. God forbid that guy got next to me. So this was a coworker, right? And it says, I knew Mike as well as anyone could. He was my chief resident. He taught me how to operate. He was technically excellent, better than a lot of attendings. We joked he was a robot and would just charge his batteries because he was very hard to get any emotional response from. We also had a murder mystery party, and he was, oh my gosh, the murderer. We changed his name to Ricky Rochester for that, since we've always joked that he was a murderer. But it was always a joke at that time. Wow, you guys. Wow. This is crazy. All right. So it goes on to say this someone who works with him. He never seriously dated that we knew of while we trained together. He went to Maryland for a vascular surgery fellowship. It is normal for vascular surgery folks not to pursue their general surgery board certification since they won't use it. And it goes on to say he also just finished vascular not too long ago. It takes about 2 years to get a board certified after graduating. Yeah. So I guess someone was saying because there wasn't any, he wasn't certified in it. And then his friend was, their coworker was saying it takes about 2 years to get certified in that. Hi guys, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, Adele, I was thinking that too. I'm like, if this allegedly, if he is like a psychopath, or I mean, you never know. All right. This is some more stuff. My computer's acting possessed here. The following insights come from 100% verified source with direct knowledge of Spencer and Monique's marriage and Monique's history with her ex-husband, Michael. For their safety and privacy, they have chosen to remain completely anonymous. Their identity has been confirmed by me, and nothing is shared without care and intention. The person that shares this stuff is the admin of this page that I follow about that. So I want to read this to you. This is shared to honor Spencer and Monique Tepe and to provide some understanding, not speculation. Question: from your perspective, was there ever any doubt within the family about who was responsible? And they said, answer, 0 doubt. We did not hear this from the police and had absolutely no idea where they were in the investigation at any time given, right? Any given time. But there was not a single doubt. Thought it was him. Question: what do you most wish people understood about Spencer as a father and as a person? And they said Spencer was all that and more. Smart, handsome, caring, best friend to everyone, the glue that held people together, the one who bonded friend groups. He also loved Ohio State football and was passionate about teeth. He was too good for this earth, they said. This is a family member, right? Question: how would you want Monique to be remembered beyond what happened to her? Mo was beautiful, wonderful, and kind. She loved her babies and didn't love being pregnant. Yeah, who loved being pregnant? I did not like being pregnant either. Their family was complete, and they were very happy with the fortune of one boy and one girl. That's so sad. Let me make that. You guys see that on the screen here? There was a dog that I heard of. Yes, a golden doodle. A golden doodle. Was Spencer and Monique's relationship really like behind the scenes? And the family member says Spencer and Mo truly deeply loved each other. He treated her like a queen. What you saw in the wedding video is what we saw all the time. He was bonkers for her. Oh, and that is why allegedly this guy is crazy, right? Yes. So I believe, yeah, the dog's most likely with a family member, you guys. All right. make sure that I have. Okay. What has been the hardest misconception you've seen online? The Rob slander was the worst. Of course, of course, people were allowed to speculate. The doxing people saying 100% sure it was the brother-in-law. Yeah, that's sad. Watching him fight for his life to bring justice was so hard for many of us. His friends and family checked on him daily, but we could feel the decline of his mental health. That's really sad. The last few days, he decided to stop doing appearances, but didn't stop his phone from ringing. On top of that, those of us who were close to the case didn't get police updates, which was all purposeful, but it was hard. What do you want people to understand most about Monique in the context of her relationship with Michael? Mo would refer to him as her ex, never by name, but she was open that he was bad. So Mo would never call him by name. And usually when people that are scared of someone, frightened, they'll say like my ex-partner or him, or just won't call them by name because it makes it too real, right? Wait said being pregnant, especially my second, was the best feeling. I know some people, I didn't like being pregnant. I liked it at the end when you could feel the baby move and stuff. But I think because I was so sick all the time, like just sick to my stomach, and just I gained way too much. Yeah. It reminds me of like Malaya too, like in Jack and Lily's case, how she called Daniel her partner, right? She didn't want to say his name. I mean, that just popped up in my head. And then, did Monique ever share concerns about Michael, and was Spencer aware of those? I can't really speak on if and what she shared, just that we never had a shadow of doubt. The marriage was short, the harassment wasn't. Wow. So they're saying that there was still harassment going on. That's what I'm taking of it. Wow. That's really sad. That's really sad. You would think that there would be more of a like something, protection order or something, that this guy couldn't get close to them, especially having children. Like I just, yeah, Esley, I was the same. Yeah, it's the way M said my partner was telling. Absolutely, Neuro. Absolutely. Why didn't anyone try to help him and more Monique? I don't know, honey. I don't know, Robin. It's so sad. It really is. I wish they had like a personal bodyguard or something. Like this sucks, but you can't go back in time, Okay. Question. Do you know if the person in the released surveillance was Michael? We still actually have no clue if the grainy image person was Michael. The families asked the police to put something out to the public because they demanded for answers. Was getting overwhelming, right? It could very well be him, but it could also be random. I think that's why they released such a generic photo. I actually don't know if they know it was him. And then they wrote the definition of fatal attraction, right? So it is. It's like fatal attraction. Seriously. Hi, hey Jude, good to see you. Yeah, it really does. It reminds me of the movie Fatal Attraction. Of what's happened here. All right, let's see. What else do I got for you guys? I always have a bunch of stuff. All right, the charges. Let's see here. I got a PDF of charges. Now this come out. All right, this was yesterday's charges, it looks like. Can you guys see that? I'm just going to kind of just go through these. Oh, yeah, I know, right? Thanks, guys, for being here. If everybody could please hit that thumbs up for me, I'd really appreciate you. Thank you. So you could see right here, McKee Michael David has his address, all that stuff there. Let's see. This is, yeah, this was action of points, disposition date, driving school. Okay, so these are his other, like what happened to him before, I think. God, I need my glasses on. Let's see. DUI school. Warrant issued 11/11. Amount owed. What? Amount owed $2. Okay, so alert issued, warrant issued, image of complaint, fingerprints required. Okay, so that was like his arrest. So now it's been updated, you guys, because they upgraded the charges. So this one is, this one was the one this morning. Now they've upgraded it, you guys. Give me a second. I want to put my glasses on so I can actually see what I'm doing here. Piece of hair is like stuck to them. I don't know why. Well, I guess I'm not wearing those today. All right, let me remove this. We're going to go over to this new article here that just came out with breaking news. Here we go. Hi, good to see everybody. Thank you. Oh, that's weird. They put 2 comments in the... All right. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and play this here since it was wanting to play anyways without me pressing play. And give me a second. Make sure you guys can hear this. And I'll put the closed captions on too for you. Make the volumes up. Unmute.
And Spencer Tepe.
Hustle culture is
Of course, it's going to put an ad on.
overrated.
I'll wait for the ad. There's so many ads on this thing. All right, 7 seconds. Come on. I thought I had bypassed the ad. All right. All right, enough ads. No more
File
ads.
your taxes 100% free in the app.
All right, let the ad run through so we can find Hi Woman's Warrior. Good to see all you. Thanks for being here. I thought the video of the walker looked like he sneezed. Yeah, it's hard to tell. It looked like he was trying to pull his hood down some more. Oh, I don't... All right, this was just updated. Okay, this is showing the officer going to do the welfare check when he went to the wrong house. This guy is really chipper. Chipper. Very chipper, you guys. Jeez, man. Now we know why they said you could see upstairs and stuff.
Anybody home?
Is that it? I guess that's it. Okay. Well, here. Let's see. Thought that lady was going to speak. Okay, this one had just come out. Let's see. Looks like it says the ex-husband of Monique and Spencer Tepe will soon be back in Ohio. Okay, we know that. Michael David McKee, 39 in Chicago, is being held in the Winnebago County Jail in Illinois. He is now charged with 2 counts of aggravated murder with premeditation in the Franklin County court after upgraded charges were filed by Columbus police. All right, let's see here. Please don't show ad. No ad. All right, hold on one second.
Would you
They got so many ads on these darn things.
Care, better value,
All right, no more
better
ads,
results.
please. Yeah, this is support. It's in Minecraft. Michael McKee. You got him in like a poopy yellow.
And he's present in custody.
Your name, sir, for the record? Michael McKee. Have you had a chance to speak with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your position in this?
Yes, at this time, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. McKee, I will assert his right to counsel. I will assert his right to remain silent. And Mr. McKee believes that the most expeditious manner in which he may defend himself against the charges pending in Ohio and to plead not guilty would be to waive his right to an extradition hearing and to have a governor's warrant and to agree to his immediate transportation to Ohio.
Understood, thank you. We will set this matter then for 2 o'clock on Monday. For status on the transfer.
Thank you.
Anything else we can do today?
Not from you.
Thank you, Kirk.
Hi, YouTuber Angel Wing Valley. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, everyone.
Wow. Okay, dokie.
9-1, we are 25-18-3634.
The court will take a brief recess. And then we'll just see you in the court.
First down.
Oh no. No more ads. No more ads. Yes. Okay, you guys. I got some more stuff I want to show you here. First, we're gonna go over to yeah, same. But unfortunately, we got, he pleaded the 5th. So, all right, let me show you this one real quick. And I got some other stuff to show you. I got like so much stuff. Did you guys watch the video yesterday of, oh my gosh, the guy in Pennsylvania? It's crazy. Did you guys see that video? This guy in Pennsylvania, he had been robbing graves, and like right after people had just passed away, he had like 2 bodies hanging from his ceiling in his basement. Oh gosh. And carrying it just creeps me out. Like after that, made me so sick. All right, let me make this a little larger. This just came out.
It's the ex-husband. That's who cops say murdered a young dentist and his wife in their home. One critical clue led authorities to him. The shocking news breaking as friends and family gathered for their final goodbye to the couple. Les Trent is in Illinois, where the arrest happened, with the very latest.
The surgeon who cops say brutally murdered his ex-wife and her dentist husband appears in court for the first time.
Your name, sir, for the record?
Michael McKee.
39-year-old Dr. Michael McKee is charged with premeditated aggravated murder of Spencer Tepe and his wife Monique in Columbus, Ohio. He waived extradition from Illinois, where he was arrested and will be transported to Ohio. Cops say McKee drove from his home in Chicago to Columbus to commit the murders and drove back to Rockford, Illinois, where he works at a local hospital, a round trip of 800 miles. Arrest documents pinpoint the murders at 3:52 a.m. The couple's 2 young children were left unharmed. McKee lives in a spacious 2-bedroom apartment on the top floor of this historic century-old building in Lincoln Park, an upscale Chicago neighborhood. There is still a heavy police presence here today. Neighbors say they often saw McKee swimming in the rooftop pool, which overlooks Lake Michigan. A police officer was guarding the apartment today.
I says, oh my God, I know this guy.
I spoke with a neighbor, Garalyn Kolerick, who coincidentally is a true crime writer.
I, introduced myself, and he was very nice, very kind man.
Monique Tepe married McKee in 2015, but they separated after only 7 months. This is their wedding photo. She appeared to refer to her previous marriage in her wedding vows when she married the dentist in 2021.
I had quite a journey to get to you. Countless bad bumble dates, wrong relationships, and waterfalls of tears.
Divorce papers obtained by Inside Edition say McKee and Monique were incompatible. McKee got his medical degree from Ohio State. Monique also attended the school. He worked as a vascular surgeon at hospitals in Virginia, Nevada, and Illinois. The question baffling everyone is, if McKee is guilty, what could have triggered a murderous rage 8 years after a divorce?
This Mr. McKee is a surgeon, for goodness sakes. I mean, what was happening? It just doesn't seem to add up.
The family of the slain dentist and his wife tell Inside Edition she was terrified of McKee.
Michael McKee could get the death penalty, although Ohio hasn't executed an inmate since 2018.
Wow. All right. I got one more I want to show you. And then I have someone just said this. Our local news just interviewed 2 women who worked with Spencer for 8 years. They had nothing but great things to say about him. That's so sad. Let's see. Multiple. Someone posted 10 years ago, Michael McKee, a resident, he was training. 10 years ago, he was learning how to save lives. Just think about that for a minute. How many of you, I have a question. How many of you looked the other way because you learned that the ex-husband was a doctor? I mean, in these cases, usually it's the most simplest of answers, right? That's usually what it is. It's no conspiracy. Usually it's just the simplest of answers. But when you look at someone, if you take a step back and you look, you're like, okay, she had an ex-husband, but this is before we knew like anything else. And then we looked at the coworkers and stuff like that. And then people are looking at the brother-in-law. But then we learned the ex-husband was a doctor. So a lot of people look the other way, right? Because he's a doctor. Yeah, not you, because you've worked with surgeons. Yeah. So, but a lot of people do, because they look at doctors and they think doctors are supposed to save lives. They're not supposed to take lives, right? Like this guy did. And I'm guilty because I looked the other way because I learned that he was a surgeon. And I'm like, even though, yes, it happens, right? We got to say allegedly because he hasn't been convicted yet. But I mean, they obviously have a lot on him. And it's only been 11 days and they have a lot on him, right? They were able to track his car and all that. So I mean, a lot of people look the other way. It is, right, Sherry? Like, it's just way off with this one, yeah. No, but because of the work I do, most difficult perpetrators are police officers, prison officers, doctors, judges, because they are looked upon with bias because of their jobs. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Gosh, it's moving so fast. I was uncertain just because it had been 5 years. Yes, and that too, right? I think if we looked closer in the beginning, for instance, with how their divorce took place, right? She left him in the heat of the, like, right away. Like when he was at work, she left him. She had a U-Haul, like move her out right away. And then the divorce, even though they separated within 6 to 7 months after they got married, the divorce lasted, it seemed like, for 2 years, which tells me, like, was he giving her a hard time signing the divorce papers and stuff like that, maybe? And then when we looked at how she would have to pay him interest for this loan and stuff like that, if she didn't pay within a certain amount of time, it starts to really make you cock your head like, wow, what's up with this guy? You know what I mean? So it's hard not to suspect people. It's just human nature. Absolutely. Absolutely. I looked at the brother-in-law and the boss. I am so wrong, and I am so sorry for even thinking about it. No, it's understandable. I think a lot of people looked at the brother-in-law. And, you know, when people come out in the public, you know, like you said, he was the one to speak for the family. And a lot of people pointed fingers at him because he was the only one speaking for the family, you know, and hopefully he's able to, you know, I don't know, like, I really do. I feel bad for the guy. Now, the video that we watched with the surveillance footage right there shows you that this person had like a pigeon-toed walk. Like everybody has their own walk, right? Like everybody does. God forbid, like the way I walk, right? I have corns on my feet and stuff like that. So callus makes me walk all crazy. But everybody's got their own walk. Everybody's got their own quirks about them. And this guy he was pigeon-toed. And you could see by the way he walks. And yeah, did the jail do DNA? I'm absolutely sure they did a DNA swab. If not, they'll definitely do it when he's been charged. Shocked it was him after 5 years, but didn't know about alleged DV until after he's arrested. Yeah, absolutely. Jam to the jam. Thank you so much of being a member for 3 months. You are so appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Do I have a video of him walking? I don't think I do. I have photos of him, but it's not of him walking, unfortunately. Maybe some will come out. I mean, I have the photos we looked at the other day on Justin's, but I don't have, I'm looking right now. Don't have one of him walking. Now, the one photo that we saw, you can kind of tell. Well, him walking. Yeah, you know what? Let's look at that video real quick. Give me a sec. Let's look at the video of him walking out of, give me a sec. I got to go to my YouTube here and we'll look at it. 1 second. Just going to pull it up here for you. Okay, right here. Let's see if we can tell I mean, he's got shackles on though. So let's see right here. This is a really clear video too that I was able to make. Just give me a second. So let's see if we can watch the way he walks. But
What's your position in this?
Yes. At this time, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. McKee, I will assert his right to counsel. I will assert his right to remain silent. And Mr. McKee believes that the most expeditious manner in which he may defend himself against the would be to waive his right to an extradition and to have a government warrant and to agree to his immediate transportation to Ohio.
Understood, thank you. We will set this matter then for 2 o'clock on Monday for status on the transfer.
Thank you.
Anything else we can do today? Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, you can't really see anything there. I have a picture. Hold on one second. Whoa, hold on. I have a picture. Let me remove that. Let me pull it up. Let's see if we can see anything. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can see anything here. Oh. No, this is just him standing when they were married. There we go. Let me see here. Goodness gracious, StreamYard. Can you work for a minute? Yeah, there's really... Oh, that stinks. I wish I did have a video of him walking. I was suspicious of him at first, as the marriage was so short with Monique. Like something really went wrong, and new husband was also in medical and now has... Yeah, of course. Same. Walk off the shoulder, match his gait. Yeah. I'm wanting... This is so weird. I get like so obsessed with these things. If I can take his photo. There's another photo of him. I'll have to find it, but he was younger, right? He was in school, and it's the way his legs are positioned. It's like, it's just a photo though. If I could take him and put it in that video where the one, where they say it's him walking in the surveillance, maybe I can match him up, but that would take a little bit. Thank you, Navy Mama. I appreciate you for the thumbs up. So that would be a work in progress though. All right. I want to, thank you, Miss Robin. Thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I do. I get obsessed with these here. I want to do a members live on Jack and Lily. I have some stuff to go over with you guys. All right. This is probably the last one I'm going to show you. I can't believe I've already been on here for an hour. That's crazy. All right. Give me 1 second. So this is from Court TV. Let me upload that for you here. Oh, Angel Wings. Thank you for being a member for 3 months as well. You're awesome. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Love you too. Love you guys too. You're making me blush. My face is turning red. All right, let's see here. Okay, let me pull this up. This is from Court TV just a minute ago. Yeah, congratulations on your 3 months. It's awesome. I wonder what his last partner has to say about him. I would love to. If I will keep you guys updated. Me or Justin too. He's on it too. All right, let's see here. Let me pull this up here. Just going to go right there. All right.
His ex-wife and her husband in Ohio. Now, McKee was booked over the weekend, alleged to have shot and killed Spencer and Monique Tepe in their Columbus home.
I got the closed captions on if you guys need them.
Now, the couple's 2 young children were in the home at the time, but police say they were not harmed.
We want to get you back into court now, or into court now, rather, for the start of this hearing for Michael McKee.
Third quarter, the defendant is present in custody.
Can you answer for the record? Michael McKee. Have you had a chance to speak with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your position at this time?
Yes, at this time, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. McKee, I will assert his right to counsel. I will assert his right to remain silent. And Mr. McKee believes that the most expeditious manner in which he may defend himself against the charges pending in Ohio and to plead not guilty would be to waive his right to an extradition hearing and to have a governor's warrant and to agree to his immediate transportation to Ohio.
Understood, thank you. We will set this matter then for 2 o'clock on Monday for status on the transfer.
Thank you.
Anything else we can do today?
Ooh.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, let's bring in criminal defense attorney Josh Schiffer. Short but sweet, waiving extradition. From my perspective as a judge, not that big of a deal. I mean, you can fight it, but generally, if they have that evidence as to where it occurred and what they have in that other state, they're going to extradite. Your thoughts on this waiver?
Exactly. It's the smartest and most efficient way to move the process forward. He ain't going to win anything fighting extradition. May as well get to where you need to go as quickly as possible. That hopefully smooths out his initial appearances at his eventual destination. And let me just tell you, when this case broke last week, we talked about how this is the kind of scariest crime there is because there was no lead. There was nothing. This was the terror in the night. Big sigh of relief that someone who could very likely be the responsible party was identified quickly by law enforcement through the investigation.
Yeah.
This is the kind of crime that is just heart-rendering. It's just awful.
Yeah, it's heart-rending. And on some level, you know, you got to wonder what the motivation might have been. Nothing of that sort given out. But he was captured because of good detective work, good investigation work. They connected a car, but also they had surveillance video of someone walking in the area where these crimes were committed. Let's pull that up. It's always chilling to see these things. Even by the way this person is walking, who they believe was Michael McKee, might have been involved in this crime in this way. But just one of the things I want to ask you is when I think about a case like this, you think about motive. As I mentioned earlier, this is his ex-wife. And I wonder, is this still the type of case that you can look at as being part of a domestic violence situation? I do not know whether there was any of that type of thing when they were involved in any way. But again, sometimes you leave someone and they look at you over there being happy and creating a family, and that makes them seethe. And again, it's sort of this extension of domestic violence.
Huh.
It's definitely within that realm of discourse. I was just talking with a senior prosecutor here today about how domestic violence continues to be studied and it affects all parts of our judicial system, not even just criminal, but the civil as well, because the cycles of domestic violence create future problems. If you're a young person and you're exposed to domestic violence in the home, you have a higher likelihood of lots of negative externalities occurring. That goes over to literally family law, It goes to civil cases. It goes to fights in workplaces. Domestic violence and how we handle emotional dysregulation as people, one of the biggest challenges facing us existentially as a nation when we talk about criminal justice.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And this is one of those people, Judge, one of the last people you consider. I believe he was a vascular surgeon or a surgeon.
Right.
And again, anyone who can get to that level clearly is someone that's respected in the community, not someone you'd suspect of something.
Absolutely. And smart and focused to have accomplished that level of education and work. I want to do this, though, because I want to talk about some of the differences between Spencer and Monique, specifically first the way they were killed. And I think we have a full screen that provides a lot of the information factually of the differences, that Spencer had multiple gunshot wounds and Monique had at least one wound.
Yeah, let's pause it there for a minute. Multiple, and no signs of forced entry, no firearm found on the scene. Yeah, and it says Monique had at least one. So he was envious and pissed at the new husband. I bet he sat there and watched that wedding video over and over and over. I bet you, in my opinion, that was him. Hi, Stormy. Hi, Poetic. Just good to see all of you. Welcome on in. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are going over the new updates on the Michael McKee. He was arrested and his first hearing was today. He pleaded not guilty. Yeah. So he will be going back to Ohio later this week. And he does not have, well, he's got like a court appointed attorney right now. So, but think about that. So he did not like the new husband at all. It's like, in my opinion, if he was the one to have watched that video, their wedding video over and over and over again, he was sitting there feeding his anger over and over and over, and jealousy and envy, just feeding it. Goodness. I heard he was terrible to work with. Yeah, you know, well, the one person that we just about 20, 30 minutes ago, we read over some of the coworkers of Michael's he had, and they called him a robot. Yeah, they called him a robot, you guys. But it says here, police, there were no obvious signs of forced entry, no firearm found on the scene. So, wow. I hope they do come out and say how he got inside. It also says detectives linked McKee to a vehicle that arrived just before the murders and left shortly, which they said that was his vehicle. And they followed that vehicle using like surveillance and traffic cams, I believe they said, all the way back to his house. Oh yeah, he'll probably get one that's like pro bono or something to take his case. Possibly has OCD behaviors, how he expects others to behave. Yeah, could be. Yeah, the court appointed attorney. Psychopath, absolutely.
To the chest, that there were no obvious signs of forced entry, no firearm was found on the scene. And then again, that surveillance video, as well as detectives linked McKee to a vehicle that arrived just before the murders. These facts, I think, help build that circumstantial case, although the two killings can be used, I think, by the defense, Josh, as two differences between the killings, perhaps meaning two killers.
Yeah, Judge, you've seen this so many times in your practice before you got on television, that these are the kinds of cases where that perfectly normal person you interact with all the time snaps in a way no one can predict. Now, when it comes to defending it, sure, they're going to put up the idea that there could be other people. There's calls about another harassment.
I want to stop it right there. Hi, Lolo. In my opinion, you know, he sat there and watched her. What? Absolutely. I agree 100,000% with you. I thought there was a second person at one point in time as well. And I can't remember exactly how I came to the conclusion about maybe there was a second person involved, but I have to remember. I have like the worst memory anymore. But yeah, I really don't think there was a second person. I think he was just building and building and building his hatred up by like what Lolo just said, watching that video and just feeding his envy and anger, and decided to act on it. Yeah, disturbed all along. Yeah, and that made him snap. It made him snap. Like she was his, basically.
Asking interaction with a neighbor down the street in the middle of the night. Heck, I've had my door rattled at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning by someone trying to get $20. So there's always these other alternatives. But when you get down to the linkages we know about already, combine it with this prior relationship, we don't even know how aggressive that process was. There's going to be investigation into the suspect's family life, his personality currently. And I think that it's going to be a strong effort from the state if it all lines up.
Yeah, now this whole thing came to light 10, 11 days ago or so. The gentleman who was killed in this case, the victim, didn't show up for work, causing his boss to call 911 because he's not the kind of guy that wouldn't have shown up for work without calling in. Let's take a quick listen to that 911 call.
Pictures. I don't know what I do with them.
Did you receive information that he may have been involved in an accident, or?
No, ma'am. I just know that he is he is always on time, and he would contact us if there was any issues whatsoever. And I just don't know how else to say this. It's like, we're very, very concerned because this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing.
Josh, I want to take you back to that hearing that we saw. We both been at this a long time.
I want to stop it right there and ask you guys something. Do you think that maybe, because they were friends with everybody, right? Oh yeah, no, I agree. Poetic justice. He's been like that all along. But I'm saying, like, for the person to act upon their feelings for the first time, something had to really, you know what I mean? I mean, he might have been doing it behind closed doors. Like, I don't even want to think about it, right? But what I was going to say was, for the people, the coworkers, to react so quickly, like with all of them, do you think, since, Spencer seemed like he was friends with his colleagues, with a lot of people, and, maybe these coworkers and stuff had been over their house and hung out, or maybe dinner dates or whatnot. Do you think something was mentioned by Spencer to the colleagues about something like, my wife is scared of her ex-husband, or something of that matter, for them to act like that? Oh my gosh, I just see what you guys are saying, Wendy. I paused it at the right time. That is so funny. I didn't mean to pause it there. Sorry, sorry. Yes, Hope Floats. I agree. He was close to his work family as well, I think, and that's why they were acting out like that. Sorry, you guys made me laugh by the. Oh, that's so funny. I didn't mean to. All right, let me finish with the video.
I got a bit of a vibe from it when they pled not guilty. They waived the extradition, and he agrees to an immediate transfer to Ohio. Made me feel like they're aggressively want to try this case. Makes me feel like he wants to fight and show his innocence. Did you get that sense in the way this went down, the way this
ahead? And it's just like what you talked about. We've done this for so long. If you know you're going to face, let's just face it, a factual strong investigation. The best thing you can do is pressure them to try it too fast. You can force unforced errors. You can make sure the state doesn't have the time and luxury to really go through everything in the way that they would like by filing, speedy trial demands. And it depends on how that works mechanically from state to state. But we call it in Georgia jamming them up because the state doesn't have enough resources to adequately prepare for a high-profile, concentrated, complex case in a short period of time, which in Georgia, you're talking about 1 or 2 terms of court. It can be as short as a couple of months. I see that as being a very valid defense, but telling, because the other side of the coin is just, you gone, man. You gone.
You don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want that. So just tell us, if you could briefly, Josh, what happens next? We know extradition is waived. They have to get all the different law enforcement people lined up to safely transport him to Ohio. What do we expect next?
Yeah, there's actually an interstate transport system that's been set up to facilitate, because thousands of inmates go around the nation on any given day. It is not a luxurious form of travel. It's the most local bus of all local buses. But once he arrives in the appropriate jurisdiction, everything's going to be set up. He's going to have a first appearance. He's going to be presented with copies of the information that he's required. They're going to immediately handle whether he's going to be appointed a public defender. Even if he's going to get private counsel, a public defender may be available for that initial appearance hearing, where very little comes from the defendant other than a not guilty. And then I expect the people of Ohio to put him on a regular prosecution track. That's where that speedy trial could possibly come up. If he can get in there and force the state to move faster than they want, that may be his best defense.
Yeah, I would agree. And we're still waiting on that charging document to find out some of the details about what they have moving forward against this particular defendant.
That's right. That will tell us a better idea of what the evidence might show.
Okay.
Hello and
whoa. Where'd he come from? Yeah, no plea in a double red rum. Well, and also, since they believe he premeditated it, they should be able to get him on death row. Yeah, you guys. I was trying to I was like, and then I looked at the screen and I'm like, oh my gosh, I could not stop laughing. I had to mute myself. That was so funny. Yeah. Thanks, Grace. It made light of a sad situation, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah. I need to get some glasses like that. I have some other stuff I want to show you too. In my opinion, he was unhappy and lonely and he didn't like seeing. Oh, absolutely, Blue Jay. I agree with you. Speedy also caused not to be caught up in a case he had assistance. Yeah. All right. I want to show you just a few more things. I promise. This stuff's interesting. So this is one thing here. Actually got this the other day. This ex-husband has been my number one since day one. Opportunity knew Monique very well, inside and out. What she would make the door code, right? Which like I said, the code could have been something simple. The wedding date, the birthdays of the children, her birthday, could have been Spencer's birthday, could have been the year she graduated college, or Spencer graduated college, something. Deborah, I don't want to say yes for sure. I have heard that there was, thank you, Angelines. I have heard that, but I don't want to say for sure. I know someone said that there was, and they got divorced pretty quickly as well, but I don't have, yes, I believe so, Jen. And the last one it was back in 2018, I believe I read. This one says, I agree with this. He would know something. This person said, they have proof now that someone repeatedly watched their wedding video from 4 years ago in the 2 weeks leading up to the, to their being unalive multiple times a day, even 9 times. 9 times. Watch that video on Christmas, you guys. I believe this was discovered on the back end of YouTube video, which was posted by the brother-in-law that is a videographer. The views were coming from Zanesville area. So someone was really tuned into them ahead of time. Yeah. Well, you can use like Google Trends and stuff like that too. The Zanesville area. So, and some people were like questioning why the brother-in-law had their video on YouTube. Well, because that's what he does. He has his own company doing weddings and stuff, or maybe maybe it's a gig, who knows? But that's what he did. I mean, he posts weddings. It's an advertisement for himself, so it's not like let's see here. Hold on one second. I want to show you some other interesting stuff real quick. Now, this has some files on it too. I'm trying to just pile information on you guys. I don't know if you're going to remember all this, but I'm going to pile. So these are the photos that I was telling you about. This is him like 10 years ago, I was told. Michael McKee, MD, a resident at Carlon Roanoke Memorial Hospital, prepare for, oh my gosh, tracheostomy on a patient. Did I say that properly? Oh, no, I haven't seen how many views. I bet he's got a lot, though, because even the news has been using it, right? The main news. He and Mo met earlier at a cafe. She said words to him. I don't know what that is. Here's the pictures in court. Just talking about his court appearance. All right, let me show you something. There are some PDFs I want to show you real quick. Let me go to the files. If I can find them here. Files, there we go. So this is complaints. Tempe updated complaints aggravated. Okay, so this is new. Can I open this PDF? Please let me open it. Oh, yes, it lets me. Yes. Okay, let me remove this. Let me go to this. This is an updated PDF on, okay. All right, you guys, let's look at this. Oh my God, I do never want to go into surgery. I got to go in on the 22nd for the skin cancer on my leg. I am not looking forward to that. Hopefully they just have to laser it out, but who knows? Oh, I'm trying to not think about it. Can I make this larger? Yay. So Franklin County Court complaint being duly sworn states above the defendant, Franklin County, Columbus, Ohio. Purposely with the prior calculation and design. See how it's worded here? Purposely with the prior calculation and design caused the death of another, Monique, by the means of shooting the victim multiple times with a firearm. See, it says multiple times there. I hear he left one of his surgery tools and someone, oh my gosh, is that one of the there is a malpractice thing here. Hold on, I'm pretty sure. Give me a second. Wedding docket. I thought I saw a malpractice. I did see a malpractice, but it didn't say what was in it. Oh gosh, that's just creepy. So this is for Monique, and this one says multiple times with a firearm. But we heard she was just, once, maybe, I don't know. So this is the arrest warrant, felony. There's the officer's badge number, arrest warrant. So yeah, they're trying aggravated murder. So this is the updated one. This is the updated one from today, you guys. Clerk's determination of probable cause. Probable cause found. Warrant issued. All right. Let's see. Complaint purposely with prior calculation. Okay, same. This is for Spencer. Okay, so Spencer's is multiple times with the pew here. And then arrest warrant here. This is the issuing officer. This is the case number. If you want to follow up, on the case, this is the case number here, 2026 CRA 000559-2. That says Nevada. Hold on one second. Why does it say Nevada? Oh, okay, I see. Never mind. Okay, let's see. Clerk's determination, probable cause. Okay, so that's for that one. Oh, thank you guys. Oops, hold on. I gotta take a drink of something real quick. I don't think if someone is convicted of something like this, they should definitely not get any kind of deal. But unfortunately, that's not the way our system works. Okay. Oh, here's the preliminary investigation. Let's look at this one. Let me get rid of this real quick and look at the preliminary investigation. Hi, Scorpio Moon. Good to see you. Oh, goodness. Now, I just want to say something. If you guys follow me on the Jack and Lily case, I know I haven't done a video in a few days. I just want to say there has been a lot of drama surrounding that case and a lot of like threats and stuff towards other people. And I do want to do a video on it, and I might, yeah, same with mine, Angel Wings. I might do a members live on it tomorrow because there are some stuff I want to go over, but I don't want to be harassed on it. I thought someone in QR counts the instruments after surgery or guard against happening. I've heard of stuff like that happening though, Purple Daisy. Oh my gosh. Hi, Scorpio Man. I wanted to get, because I have really bad sinuses, so I was going to have like nose surgery done for it, sinus surgery or whatever it's called. And I heard so many horror stories of like the doctors leaving padding and stuff in your nose. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so afraid to get it done now. I was supposed to have it done like 15 years ago and decided not to. Was her ex practicing meds at the time of... I'm not sure, Miss Robin. Not sure. Practicing meds at the time of... I am not too sure. I have to look that up. There's some things I just don't... Oh, did I accidentally download that twice? There's some things I'm still not too sure of that I'm sure that we will... This is the case report, you guys. Let's see here. Damn autocorrect. I know. I get so mad at my autocorrect. My keyboard isn't behaving, Grace. Bad keyboard. Okay. Okay, so this is the City of Columbus case preliminary investigation, right? Let's see. Of course, it says homicide, disposition active. Okay, so they did come out because on this case report it says the time occurred right between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. I believe they said around 3:45 a.m. or something it happened. Oh, did you, Deborah? Thank you. You are a doll. Thank you. We can look at that. Thank you so much. Yeah, when I'm trying to read some of these, oh my gosh, oh, thank you, Miss Deborah. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Oh yes, I love that. Perfect. All right, I will read that to us. Thank you. Oh, she's just wonderful, isn't she, Plunder? She's wonderful. So this has now been updated. The occurred time is now updated to 3:45, I believe. 3:52. Thank you. Thank you. I knew it was something around there. I couldn't remember. So I just I moved it back a couple minutes. Thank you. You guys are amazing. I try to keep everything up here, and then like if I don't have it in my notes or something, I'm like, oh, I know it's around that time. So yes, the time of everything happened was 3:52 in the morning. Absolutely. Thanks, guys. You guys are amazing. He will never get back to no, he won't. He will never. They probably won't even let him practice any like being a doctor in prison. Think about it. They won't let him do any of that. Not after this shit, man. Not after this. You know, I have some other stuff that, what did I do with it here? Is this it? What the heck did I do with it? Shoot. Oh, I think I've like used up. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show you guys some stuff, and then we're going to show what Miss Deb just sent. Okay, let me remove this real quick. This is important. Give me 1 second. Okay. What I'm about to show you, and I'll tell you if it hasn't been confirmed, like by the police, I'm just going to say allegedly. I'm pretty positive it's true, but I'm just going to say allegedly right now because I'm not 100%, if that makes sense. They have horse doctors and hide a lot. Mm-hmm. Don't be sure on that one. LOL. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay. Let me pull this up real quick. My poor dog. She's like glued to me like or she's like Velcro. But if I let her in here, then like she literally will stick to my leg and want me to pay attention to her, which I love her so much, but it's okay. All right, so this right here, can you guys see this? Okay. I just want to go over this with you. So this is a summary statement of facts in support of probable cause. Goes on to say, of course, December 30th, 9:57 a.m., Columbus police patrol officers were dispatched to 1411 North 4th Street on a check on a well-being of Dr. Spencer, who had not shown up for work, and his wife, obviously. Officers arrived and found Dr. Tepe and his wife, Monique, deceased inside, suffering from gunshot wounds. 2 minor children were found inside unharmed. Responded and pronounced both victims deceased at 10:11 a.m. Columbus Police Homicide Unit Team 2 was advised, responded, and initiated an investigation. During subsequent investigation, detectives were able to identify a suspect through neighborhood surveillance video surveillance, excuse me. This suspect was tracked to a vehicle which arrived just prior to the homicide and left shortly after. Detectives were able to identify this vehicle further and linked it to Michael McKee. Detectives located the vehicle in Rockford, Illinois, and found evidence of McKee in possession of the vehicle prior to and after their deaths. So I know this says his name, right? Wait, is this the one? Hold on one second. I know there's a couple of them in here, and it says his name. Okay, no, this isn't. Okay, so this is the complaint. All right, so this is just part of what we looked at just a minute ago, why he was, okay. This, now, I know this says his name, right? It says Michael McKee on here. It says his name, but I'm just saying, I don't know if this is 100% him or not. I'm just sharing it. I don't know if it's 100% sure. As someone had shown me this, so that's why I'm showing it to you. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. It says his name, but I don't. So it just says Ohio Franklin Court, Municipal Court, offense date 4/23/2017, conviction date unavailable, charges filed date 5 May 1st, 2017. Second degree felony, burglary, trespassing in structure, other person present, criminal offense, intention. It looks like fault, like trespassing, like being somewhere where he shouldn't be. Right? Stalking or something, maybe. I don't know. This one as well goes on to say, on November 19, 2018, charges filed on the 20th, misdemeanor, first degree misdemeanor, domestic V, so DV, knowingly caused physical harm, guilty amended charge. So, like I said, this says his name on there, but I'm not too sure. All right, we've seen all this. All right, let's go look at this last clip here. Okay, this is the malpractice right here. Give me 1 second to pull it up. Okay. Now, Deborah sent me this, and it looks like Plunder. Oops, I don't want that. Plunder did it, and I know that she always checks her sources. Let me get rid of this on the bottom here, or I will forget and it'll keep on. There we go. All right, you guys. This is a malpractice lawsuit information from Michael McKee. Oh, come on. All right, there we go. There we go. Can you guys see that? Yes. Yeah, Angel Wings, that is what we were told. Now, that's why I said I wasn't 100% with that one, but someone had dug it up. It says his name. It looks like one was amended, like, so I don't know. It looked like maybe he was whoever, if it is him, it looked like it was like stalking or something like that. So I don't know. I wanted to just show you because it was shown to me, so I shared it with you guys. Like I said, it shows his name, but I don't know for a fact, if that makes sense. All right, Michael David McKee, malpractice lawsuit information. I've been digging deeply into court records to find out more details about the malpractice lawsuit that Monique Tepe's ex-husband was deeply embroiled in. I find it quite interesting. There is an entry dated December 30th, 2025. Notice the change of firm name, the same day of Spencer and Monique Tepe's murders. Excuse me. I also found this January 6, 2026 entry fascinating. Order granting plaintiff's motion to serve defendant Michael David McKee, MD, individually by publication and to enlarge time for service of process on order shortening time. Apparently, the doctors who were defendants in the lawsuits were initially listed as John Doe. What? But that's all that's changed. Now all these doctors are listed. Weird. Here's the doctors. This is what Las Vegas Surgical Associates. Wow. McKee, Michael David, MD. Was Dr. McKee angry that his name was made public in regards to the lawsuit? Did Michael D. McKee believe he would lose the lawsuit? Okay, here's a listing for the most recent docket. Stay tuned for when I receive the documents. And the case numbers here. If you guys want to look these up, here's the case numbers right here. Filed May of 17, 2024. Opened. Wow. So this is in Las Vegas? Wow. Is this the one where he allegedly left something in a patient? I feel for the friend that found him. He will never image. Oh, I know, Lolo. I know. I can't imagine. I read he never remarried. I know him, worked with him in a residency. They were married less than a year and divorced while whatever remarried. I read this. Never remarried. I know him, worked with him in a residency, and they were married less than a year. Yeah, I think we read something similar. It was somebody that worked with him in a residency as well. You imagine the shock of finding your surgeon redrawn. Oh, no, I couldn't. My mom lives in Nevada. I actually called her to make sure that, because she had like heart surgeries and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, please to God, not let that freaking guy had worked on my mom. Yeah, Grace, it does look like this could be what fueled the fire, right? Initial appearance fee $517. Declaration summons electronically issued. Service pending. Defendant's demand for a jury trial. Yeah, Las Vegas. Yep. Wow. Jeez, come on. Wow, that's crazy. I'm trying to look down here to see if it says. Yeah, because this was just not too long ago. Motion for, yeah, he was still dealing with this, wasn't he? Order granting plaintiff's motion to serve defendant individually by publication to enlarge time for service process of order shortening time. Wow. Oh, wow, look. Total fine. Wow, $729 file payment. Vegas Surgical Associates. Dang. Can I blow that up right there? No. I mean, he was younger there. Oh, that sucks, man. Oh, we've seen that, the divorce thing. That's really interesting. Thank you, Deborah, for sending me that. I do too, Angel Wings. I do too. Yeah, they seem like such a lovely couple, and it's so sad that those two babies have to grow up without their wonderful parents, you know. It makes me wonder, the one 911 call that happened, you know, I wonder, I don't know. No, I'm not going to speculate on it, because I was like, well, I wonder if he was stalking the house. But I mean, the brother-in-law said it wasn't Mo. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate you sending that to me. Well, I overloaded you guys with all this stuff. What do you think? What do you think about this? There's going to be more to come out. Yes, there you go, Neuro. That's exactly what he is a slow pressure cooker waiting to explode. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Yeah, wondering how he's been practicing. Yeah, it also said something like it takes like 2 years or something to get his like one of the licenses he carried for. Oh my God, that vehicle is so loud that goes by. It's so annoying. Yeah, so now we know why. So basically goes way back. As I said, he's most likely had ill intentions, and he saw his life and lifestyle falling around his feet. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Right. Yeah, right. It is scary. I think there was a malpractice doc from the dental group there also too. Was there? Did I miss that? Now you're going to have me looking through this. Daniel defendant. Now you're going to have me looking through all this. I was just looking to see if yeah. Well, I appreciate all of you for being here tonight with me. Unfortunately, this is such a sad, horrible tragedy that happened to these two people. And, you know, it seems like the family is loving and kind and will take good care of the children. Like, you know what I mean? Like the children aren't going to go into foster care or anything like that. They're going to stay with the family, which is good, right? This guy just, you know, what a son of a bitch. Excuse my language. Thinking of himself. What did that do to get rid of two parents, right? Two young children. Some people are like, oh, he thought of the children. He closed their door. He gave them food. No, he wasn't thinking of the children. Because number one, he took their parents away. Number two, God forbid, you know what I mean? Like, what if the coworkers, what if Spencer was on vacation for a week or something, right? I don't know. Those kids would have been stuck inside the house and nobody would have even known. I don't know. Yes, thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of you. I hear the doggo barking, so who knows what's outside. Hopefully it's not a crazy doctor. I'm just joking. But yes, I love you guys. Have a wonderful night. Appreciate you. And I'll probably set up a live for tomorrow, like a members live. And I will keep you all updated with everything. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully we get more information. Thanks, Jen. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Love you guys. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.